Hey all, Binks here. The brand new season, Guardians Greatest Hits Volume 2 is here, and it is starting off with an absolute bang with Star-Lord, Master of the Sun. He's a 4 energy 5 power card with on reveal next turn. Get +1 energy for each turn you've ended with unspent energy. This gains that much power. Now myself and I think many other people were confused because it says the on reveal happens and it says each time you've ended with unspent energy. So I was under the impression that if you were to play this card on turn 5 as your only card, you would only get 4 if you'd floated every other turn because that last turn doesn't count. But it actually does. It does count the turn that this goes off. So this card is a lot stronger than I initially gave it credit for. Lots of cool combinations of things that you can do with it. You obviously want to float a lot of energy to make it as worthwhile as possible. And I built this deck that I call Star-Lord's Gambit. Now, the goal of this deck is to try and float as much energy as you can on the early turns to get a massive payout and pay a bunch of cards on the final turns for massive power swings. For early cards, we just have one drop, 1 2-drop, and Sunspot and Bruce Banner. You don't want to play them on 1 and 2. You want to play Sunspot on turn 2, Bruce Banner on turn 3 when available. In the 3-drop slot, we have a lot of different options that we can go into. We can just move into Magic on that turn 4 to extend the game. We even have Cosmo here because there's a lot of Merlin still running around to be able to shut down that lane from getting it turned off and have turn 7 rug pulled away from you. We have Cyclops that you can get down for massive value because it has the high evolutionary ability where at the end of turn, if you have unspent energy, afflict 2 enemy cards here with -1 power. This card was really popular when High Evolutionary first came out, and a lot of decks were using it just for this card. This card has even gotten an extra power. Very strong card. So you can play it on a curve, you get a ton of value from it. And then on turn 5 is when things get interesting. So one other option that you have on turn 4 is if you skipped on turns 1 through 3, then you could just play Star-Lord, especially if you have the Absman to follow it up. This card is unbelievable in this deck. If you were to float the first 3 turns, you can play Star-Lord on turn 4. You then get 8 energy on turn 5. You can play Absorbing Man as well as a 3-drop. Then you get 4 extra energy for turn 6 to do some crazy combination of cards, whatever's ahead of you. Sometimes you can even get like some cards down that will boost that even further. You can get a little tick off of She-Hulk to get a little bit more power. So that is one line that you can go down. You can just go into Star-Lord into Absman to just get 2 very powerful cards because the Star-Lord and the Absman get really big, and open yourself up to being able to play a bunch more power down on the field. Or if you go into like Magic and get Warlock down, you can then use Warlock and hit all of your cards. And playing Star-Lord at the end of the game is not bad. If you floated like 5 turns with this, it's still a 4-10 that you can play. And sometimes you can even tick it down with Warlock. So it is kind of weird to choose whether you want to go into like a float into She-Hulk Warlock style thing or just push out the Star-Lord. There's even sometimes where you can like cheat out Magic on 3, play Star-Lord on 4, and then like play or play Warlock out on 4 and then play like Star-Lord on 5, then pass turn 6 and get a massive Warlock and then burst out your whole hand. Lots of possibilities there. We do have the High Evolutionary in here to unlock the Hulk, which can get absolutely massive if you start with it in your hand. And then it also powers up our Cyclops. It's a great 3-drop in the deck. And then the Fin Fang Foom is disgusting in this deck. So not only if you just kind of get some float, you can play like She-Hulk Fin Fang Foom, but the Absorbing Man you can often play on the same turn if you do something a little bit crazy. You can even like sometimes go to like Star-Lord into Fin Fang Foom onto turn 5 and then play like Absorbing Man and, you know, maybe a Sunspot or something small on turn 6. Really, the possibilities are endless. I was absolutely shocked at how well this deck did. I wasn't really expecting it. Let me pull up the stats here. Yeah, I mean, look at this. We went crazy. Obviously, there's a lot of bots early in the season. We probably played about 6 bots. I even put some bot games in because I was just trying to kind of explain the lines of the deck. So there are going to be some bot games in the video. But man, this deck felt absolutely just dominant in the ways that you can push out insane amounts of power. The Fin Fang Foom is crazy because you're almost always behind. It gives you massive amounts of power. Very fun, very powerful deck. If you just got Star-Lord, make sure to check it out. And then also tonight, Marvel Snap is doing an official Twitch sub drop. So at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight, make sure to come check out the Twitch channel to come and get some free subs. And I'm also going to be giving away 10 season passes, so make sure that you're there. As always, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to hit the like button. Check down below. Make sure you subscribe. Catch you live at twitch.tv/Binks_plays. Enjoy. You piece. The Brown Bear. Welcome to the stream, Brown Bear. Best of luck to you here on the field of battle. We see a Spider Ham. That's an annoying card. Won't pretend like it's not. We have obviously one very good target for it, but a lot of the other things are kind of whatever. I think it might just be pass, and the Star-Lord Absman. If we get it, like obviously they could Spider Ham us. Okay, yeah. I mean, we're going to kind of do that anyway. If we get Bruce here, Bruce would be really nice. House's not really it, but that's fine. So if we do the Star-Lord here, we are going to get +3 on the Star-Lord. It'll be a 4/8, and then we'll get a +5 on the Absman if we float. We'll probably play Cyclops Absman. I mean, this is kind of nuts, man. I'm pretty surprised that how strong this feels. Like, I don't even really think that, like, just playing Absman into it is kind of sick. But I tell you what it is. We'll just go Absman. We'll just get a Cyclops kick in on the left, I suppose. So we'll get +4 energy next turn. We'll be at 10. You look at, like, Foom Cosmo. Seems like a pretty solid play. Get Kitty Pryde down. We get the Maverick down. Soak the Maverick. All right, we're +12, right? So we don't have... No, we will have Pryde with the Kitty Pryde going down. Okay, that's really nice. So they're probably going to do some Shu Lao stuff, right? We do have Prio. This is very important. The scary thing is, how do we end up winning? We have to scout out where they play Shu Lao. That's how we win. Where do I think they'll play Shu Lao? It's a great question. Middle just makes too much sense to me. But the Kitty might go middle. Shu Lao left, hits the Maverick. Kitty goes middle. That just makes so much sense to me. Like, just playing a Shu Lao here feels like they probably could lose. So to play to beat that is... The other problem is that they go Kitty. I don't know. Maybe we'll win total power if that's the case. But I think this is our way to victory. I think it's going to be Shu Lao left, hitting the Maverick. Maverick activate, Kitty middle. He's just too good at the game, chat. He's literally just too good at the game. They need to nerf me. If they don't nerf me, they're doing something wrong, man. They just have to nerf me, man. They have to nerf me, otherwise they're screwed, bro. They're freaking screwed. That's a good one, man. I know. This is why I play Marvel Snap, man. Nothing feels better than flipping the board, thinking about what your opponent's going to do, finding a logical conclusion, making a play that beats it, and winning the game. Nothing hits like that, brother. Nothing hits like that. Second Fifth. Welcome to stream, Second Fifth. Second Fifth plays a ton of Galactus. Every time I play Second Fifth, they try and Galactus me. And I tell you what, most times they fail. Not every time, but they do fail most times. Let's see if this is going to be any different. Chamber. Okay, we might be seeing a ramp deck. Ramp deck would be definitely a bit different. See Clintar coming down. Not quite my tempo. We'll just get the Bruce going. What do we do after that? We see Electro. Still could be Galactus for the record. Still could be Galactus, and they play Chamber for priority, which is kind of based, and I've never thought about that, and it's pretty sick. I think we go Magic right. They might be counting on this Clintar to stop, and we're going to say no to that. Problem is we are going to have non-priority in that case, almost assuredly. I don't know. We'll have a bunch of cards or something. I don't know, man. Stop asking questions. Okay, it's definitely Galactus. Now, we aren't going to have Prio here, so they can just Galactus left. So, their play is Galactus left. How do they win after that? Maybe Null? I mean, we could do all the calculations if we want. If Null will be 25. If Bruce goes off, we still win. I think we take those odds. It's always Galactus left. Never hasn't been, always will be. Now, if Null, we still lose if Bruce doesn't go off. But if Bruce goes off right here, we're fine. So we're kind of just making a gamble here. Because they have Null, we lose. They have Null, we lose straight up. So they have Null, they go to 33 points. We don't have a play to beat Null. But we have a comical amount of points. So as long as they don't have Null, I think we win. It's a lot of cards. I'll tell you what, though. It's not enough. It's not enough! Don't Galactus Sphinx! Second fifth, you do it every time. I said from turn one that you're going to Galactus me. I said it from turn one. You do it every time, and I'm going to read your mind. I'm going to know exactly what your players are doing every time. Every time it's going to happen. Stop doing it or keep doing it. I don't care. I like the cubes. Don't Galactus Sphinx. Nyagist. Welcome to the stream, Nyagist. Best of luck to you here on the field of battle. We do have magic this game. We haven't gotten a chance to explore what magic really brings to the table for this deck. And I tell you what, I'm excited to. Now, we lost arguably one of our best cards, but they lost a pretty darn good card as well. So, you know, I guess all is fair in love and war and whatever they say. We will get the Sunspot down. And I believe we want to play magic immediately, even though we won't float this turn. I want to get rid of that. And then we will magic atop it. Or a Cosmo atop it, sorry. And then... I don't know, question mark, pretty much. Pretty much question mark at that point. I guess we go probably Star-Lord into Absman. That kind of crazy line that we found last game. That line seems very strong. You just get kind of access to so many points, and it seems really good. They could have Legion. There's a chance they have Legion, but we'll just have to hope that they don't, I suppose. Get our magic down, or a Cosmo down, sorry. And then... I think we just play out the Star-Lord here. Get a nice big hunk of points. And we can either go down the Cyclops line. We're going to get plus 4 here. So we'll have 10 next turn. So we could play all 3 of these. Or 9. That's pretty good. And then still have a very sizable final turn. Man, this deck seems... This deck's got something going. I don't know if many other people are picked up on the abs, man. Maybe like, you know, I know I was just talking crap about... I was just kind of talking crap about Silver Surfer First Steps on the channel recently. Okay. Yes, we can just kind of fit everything. I do think the Bruce is worthwhile. We'll do this. We'll still only float 1, but we're going to have 5 extra energy next turn. On turn 7, we'll have 12 energy. We can play, I don't know, pretty much anything that we want. Man, this Star-Lord and abs, man, is, it feels quite punishing. I'm going to guess we're getting the 5 cost here. The 5/8. Just a Cosmo. Oh, that's very rude. That's incredibly rude for the record. Could be smashing, though. Oh, man. I guess we just give him the Foomler, huh? When all else fails, give him the Foomler. Man, dude, I can't believe they Cosmo'd my abs, man. That was so rude. Ooh. Man, we take an L here, I'm afraid. Well, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, nice. GG's. Yeah, I forgot the cards they play left move middle. Always. All right, very good win. Very good win there. I can't complain. Even losing our abs, man, we just still were able to just huck a bunch of points up on the board. I really like this idea. I think that there's some juice here. I'm pretty excited to keep exploring it. GG's Nyagist. Nyagist. Strobo Hobo. Welcome to the stream, Strobo Hobo. Best of luck to you and yours here on the field of battle. Yeah, turn one, we just kind of hang out. Okay, so they're probably doing something similar. Also a Star-Lord deck. Let's see if they have found some of the tech that I have found over time so far. That would be interesting to see. We have a very chill starting lineup here. We're just kind of hanging out. It's kind of floating some energy, not really doing too terribly much here. And yet again, I believe that we're just going to hang out, float some energy, not do too terribly much here. I think there's a chance our opponent plays magic for us, eh? I think there's a chance. Get a Cyclops down. That's fine. Ouch. Do something like this. Let's force them to play out their hand before we play out ours. That could be pretty interesting. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed. You thought, mister. Tell you what, I'll still probably float. I guess, yeah, Star-Lord probably changes that. Just rip a Star-Lord here. They play Sunspot and float. Okay, so just floating with no Warlock synergy. Interesting choice. We don't have Prio. That's very sick. The main problem I see with this is that I don't know if Foom wins middle. And because I don't know if Foom wins middle, Foom probably wins middle, right? Yeah, let's try this. Okay, She-Hulk, Abomination. I think we get over the top of that, I think. The big Foomler gets over top. The tiny Foomler hits him for a bunch. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, dude. They don't have the Foom tech. They don't have the Foom tech, though. Victory. Man, I tell you what, Absorbing Man would have won right. Man, we just had all sorts of ways to win, dude. What a sick game. Oh, man, dude. I love this deck. I hope that you do, too. Let's go. Unhelpful Yoda, friend of the show. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Best of luck to you here on the field of battle. I think we're just chilling here, man. I think we're going to set up into pass, Bruce Banner, Star-Lord Abs, man. I tell you what, I kind of want to just play Bruce Banner on Bar Sinister. It'll eventually pay off. Don't do it. That's fine. Say okay. By M-E-E. The Bruceler hanging out, man. And we'll see if we get the same weird Absman thing that we got, where Absman gains an extra power, seemingly as a joke. Well, because that would be weird if that happened. I don't know what my opponent's planning on doing here, but we're gonna have 4 Brucelers hanging out, having a damn good time. And a vibe, as a matter of fact, is the other thing that we're gonna have. Look at that, we already get one. Look at that, we already get 2. Freaking hype, bro. Freaking hype as hell. Let's get a Star-Lord popping here. I gotta snap, man. This feels like I'm in a good position. I don't know, maybe that's a crazy thing to say. Yes, dude. The Bruceler's here. The Bruceler. GG's. Atticus, welcome to the stream, Atticus. I'm going to tell him how smart I am. All right. So we have our Star-Lord ready to rock. What do I want to do moving into it? Past Sunspot's kind of a classic. I think you just throw turns like a little maniac. I think our opponent's playing Shu Lao. Do you think perchance we're going up against Shu Lao here? Perchance. Perchance, maybe perchance. Perchance. Maybe we don't float to take a Cyclops? Perhaps we don't float to take a Cyclops. Let's think about this. Obviously, with the Bruceler, it changes things. So we're going to have 2 float turns. Yeah, it's fine. They might have Omniversal Presence anyway. You never know, yeah. Okay, I'm fine. I'm still, honestly, kind of being chill and having that card ready to rock. Right on time, Bruceler. With the Star-Lord going. And then we're going to see if we get this weird Absorbing Man problem that we had. We don't really understand what it was or what it is or what it's meant to be. But it is weird. I do know it's weird. That's one thing I can be assured of. We would like to be ahead if possible going into the final turn for Shu Lao, but there's not really any way we can make that happen with any level of consistency. We're morphing the 2-drop to a 2-drop. We're getting a big Agony lockdown. All right. We're going to play a medium-sized Star-Lord. Then we're going to play a slightly bigger Star-Lord. And then play a Bruce Banner over on the left. We'll get our float. We'll get a couple of pings. And then we should have +3 next turn. We're floating 1. So maybe it's just Foom. Maybe it's She-Hulk Cosmo. Probably She-Hulk Cosmo. Can we Foom Cosmo? I don't think we can Foom Cosmo. That would be nice. But unfortunately, not possible. Okay, so Absorbing Man is going to give us +3 power. But plus... give it enough energy. The world may never know. Okay, we do maintain Prio, which is what we were looking for. I'm fairly certain, because the Goose is down, they cannot play Shu Lao here. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's unavailable to them. So what do we do in that case? We can move Star-Lord left. I think we move Absman left. I think we Cosmo right. I think we... either going to move the Scarlet Spider left and they're going to Shu Lao right. That's my guess. Then hope that this wins. Praise. Praise, praise, praise. I think this is a good call. I think they move the Scarlet Spider left. They Shu Lao right. It's my big prediction. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong and silly and stupid, perchance. I know they can't play the Shu Lao, even if they move the Goose. The ongoing effect is still available on the boards. They have to play the Shu Lao right or left. So we do land ourselves in a 50-50 because of the polymorph, which is nice. And they could still get over the top. This is something that's possible. Left, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Top 50-50. Yeah, the Goose, man. The Goose was loose, brother. The Goose was loose. I don't know why that made them feel like they couldn't play it. Like, I don't know. That's interesting. GG's to Inuri's Atticus. Nicely played there. Came down to a 50-50, but I think that we played our cards just right. Skyrus! Welcome to stream, Skyrus. Best of luck to you here on the field of battle. I am going to pass and then play the Sunspot down. That is going to be my play here. What is my opponent going to do? Like, literally, how am I supposed to know? It's impossible for me to know such things. So we'll go up and grab a little 1 point here. We'll go with the little Bruceler left. Interesting thing with Bruce and Shuri's Lab. It's a weird thing that does happen. Is that because the doubling happens, I'm fairly certain that it will change to a 28 when it goes down. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm like a 90%, and that's almost as good, they say. We see a blade come down, and what's next here? We see a prodigy, okay. Very interesting indeed. So I'm pretty sure we're going to lose left. I think left is probably somewhat out of the picture. These decks often can't really run ramp. So maybe this turn we just get the Warlock down and chill. Warlock and chill seems like a bit of a vibe. And we probably do a big pass and figure it out later. I am hoping I'm right on the Bruce thing. I'm like 90% sure. Which isn't 100%, but it is 90%. Still no Bruceler. Now we could also Star-Lord. I really wish this told you how many turns it's been. We know we passed on one. Passed on one, played you on two, so we have at least 4 floats. So Star-Lord's just really good, man. Star-Lord's just really good. I think you have to take the Star-Lord. It's always so weird to think about how this works. Like, I wish we had drawn Star-Lord a little earlier. But we still get 2 ticks down. We're still going to get a huge bump in power next turn. Actually, I don't know why I played the Warlock left. Oh, man. That is really lucky that that happened. That kind of spells disaster for them. I tell you what, if they had hit one of those Dakins, that's very, very scary indeed. However, this is much less scary, I'm afraid. I mean, this just has to win, right? Let's put 12 more power middle and 1 billion more power right. I guess I could, yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here. Well, we are really lucky that we hit the 2 and 3 there, but, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they weren't in the craziest position. I don't know how many of the swarms they could have discarded. They probably had MODOK, but I mean, it only affects one lane, so we'll take the dub there. GG's. Kai, welcome to the stream, Kai. I really hope that you're a real human being with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. That would make me happy because I like playing against real human beings with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You have 50k collection level. You're playing Iron Fist on turn 1. Very scary. Let us get our Sunspot hanging out here. And we do have Star-Lord Absman. And I tell you what, I want to play Star-Lord Absman. So we can get kind of crazy with it. We can go here. I don't want to do this. We could just full pass. I think we full pass. We full pass, and we go Magic, and then we go Star-Lord. And then we play some cards, and then we go Absman. Well, first we play Absman, and then we play some other cards. I tell you what, it goes pretty dummy. It goes pretty dummy. The opponent snaps. They're going to snap back. I don't know if you're a real human being with thoughts, feelings, or emotions, but I do know that I am going to cause major damage to you. That is what I know. I don't know many things, but I know that I'm going to cause some massive headaches for you in the near future. So then this turn's a simple one. You just play Star-Lord. Alright, Magic's no longer over on the right. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, we have Magic over on the left. That's a funny way that worked out, huh? You don't see that every day. Okay, so now we play our Star-Lord. Star-Lord is going to gain +5 and give us 5 next turn. Which will give us 11 total, which means we could play Bruce, Cyclops, and Absorbing Man. Dude, this is crazy. I really like this deck, man. This is really cool. You know, I kind of threw this together, but the way that this deck flows together is devastating. I tell you, it's simply devastating. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, you're so far behind now. You're just so unbelievably far behind. I don't know what you do to try and crawl your way back, because now I'm just going to have 1,000,000 energy next turn, too. Once again. I had 1,000,000 energy last turn. I tell you what, I'm going to have 1,000,000 energy this turn. Unless you just get, like, a ton of points from these. Like, you get massive amounts of points from them, too. Not only do you get the ramp, it kind of just does everything. And we stay behind. 37 power on the left lane is a joke. We have none of our power cards, but it doesn't matter. I tell you what, because we draw Fing Fang Foom immediately. We smash Fing Fang Foom there. We throw these cards middle. We don't even really care. We're just kind of hanging out, having a good time. I guess we should just play the High Evolutionary and get the float is probably a little bit better. Opponent retreats! Victory. Was that not a bot? Do bots retreat when they're fully ahead? Cheater, pumpkin eater. I don't know, but I'm keeping this one in. You tell me. I'm pretty sure this was a bot. Why are they allowed to retreat when they're winning? It should be illegal. It should be illegal. GG's. AJ, welcome to stream, AJ. I hope that you are a real-life human being with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. That would make me happy. It would bring me much joy. I hope that that is what is going down. We are going to keep passing. We do have the Hulk in hand, so we get extra juice from being a little pass-crazy boy. Mr. Sinister going. I'm going to go ahead and click the snap button. I'm fairly certain that this is a bot. Be my guesstimate. Problem with floating is that we never know when this Bruce is going to pop if we're trying to, you know, have them not be winning. I'm just playing down middle, though. Okay, this is great. It's actually wonderful for us. Because now we can force them to always have prio. Which will mean that we can get them to stay in the game, which will mean that we can win the game. All of these things are true, based, and available for us. Okay, so we're going to go into Magic here. One plays Khazar. We're going to slow the game down with Magic. And then I believe we just go into a Warlock here. We can even go into a Warlock left, Sunspot middle to get us a little bit of extra juice. Then we're going to make our hand very cheap, make our She-Hulk free, and, I don't know, vibe after that, I would suppose. After that, I think vibing is what's on the table. Now, I guess our opponent could have a way to turn off Limbo. That would make me, honestly, quite upset. That would make me fairly upset, if I could be so honest with you. Man, this is weird, though, because every time I get in this situation, it's like, isn't Star-Lord just better? Isn't Star-Lord just a bit better? We can just play it next turn, right? Like, it's still very strong next turn. It actually might even be stronger next turn. Fortunately, we did get 2 hits on the She-Hulk. You'd like to see 0, but beggars can't be choosers, or whatever they do be saying. Let's just kind of, you know, go a little crazy here, man. Go a little freaking nuts. No snapback from AJ. That's a bit disappointing, but you know, you can't force him to do anything. Not really in their repertoire. Just dominated over on the right. And yeah, look at that, +7 Star-Lord. What a homie. +7 Star-Lord. I guess that is kind of the case, is that you can just hold it. You know, you can play the Warlock down, get a bunch of discounts, get a bunch of things for free, and then also still play a whatever it costs 12 at the end. Very good game. GG's, AJ. Aaron, welcome to the stream. Best of luck to you here on the field of battle. I wonder if you are a real human being with thoughts, feelings, and or emotions. Only time will tell. There's literally no way of knowing. Okay, we're going to pass again. We're just going to keep the pass train a-rolling, I believe. So this is where it gets weird with Warlock. When we don't have access to magic, the Warlock feels very awkward. Because we already kind of want to play Star-Lord. Maybe we just don't go the Warlock line. We get Bruce Banner out. We hit the snap button because our opponent is not a real human being with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. We keep floating, and then we go Star-Lord into Absman. And kind of get some extra juice that way. So we go Star-Lord now. Which will get us +3. Which will get us to 8 energy next turn? 8 energy next turn. We can do like Absorbing Man Cyclops. Still float. Colossus, what a good card. So now we'll be at 8. Then we could Star-Lord Cyclops. Still float. It's actually kind of nice to get the bot games for a card like Star-Lord when you're trying to like understand what he does. There's actually a pretty neat line that you can go into. Now we get +5. +5? How's that right? Why'd you get +5? I got 4 energy, but I got +5 power. That's wrong, right? I'm gonna leave this at the end of the video, and I wanna know, is that wrong? Am I crazy? Because that seems like something that can't happen, or what have you. Yeah, let's just play the Warlock out. I suppose there. That's kind of crazy, huh? This has to be a bug. I got 4 energy and 5 power. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. Victory. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. I don't know. First time seeing that bug. I guess you get to learn it on the Binks Plays channel. And hey, we'll probably put this at the end of the episode. You hear that? It's the freaking song. Hit the like button and subscribe. It's the year of the big stocks are up. Get it now. Binks.